Good afternoon. I hope your Tuesday is going well so far today. I'm Julie Broughton. It is 12:30. This is Take 6. We're so happy you're spending a little bit of time with us today. If you've been outside at all today, you've probably noticed the winds are picking up. It's very breezy, and we're also seeing the clouds starting to increase. All signs that things are going to be changing for us as soon as tomorrow. In fact, go ahead and plan to be weather aware tomorrow because we are looking at the potential for some of our counties to see some isolated severe weather. We will talk much more about that for you coming up in just a few minutes. And we will also check in with what is going on with our getting results in our school segment this week. We will take you to Ocoee High School where they are engaging in a very cool program that is letting high school students start their own businesses. So we'll tell you about that partnership coming up. But first, we're so excited to have our theme park expert Haley Coombs joining us today. And we always know that there is fun stuff happening when we get to talk to you, Haley. So we're getting excited about the opening of Epic Universe coming up soon. And finally,
Mhm.
we're hearing some feedback as employees are beginning to test some of those rides.
Yes, and also seeing their first impressions. I've seen videos of the first walkthrough, and just as you would expected, team members just have a look of jaw drops to the ground. So yeah, this is more and more exciting. We are approaching 2 months from opening day.
Okay, so we're looking at some Sky 6 video right now. So tell us what, obviously this is, Mario. What's the, I don't know, is it Mario Land? I can never remember the names of the lands, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know, but I
Yeah.
recognize the characters, the mushrooms.
So this is a close-up look of Super Nintendo World, and I gotta say, even seeing all these little effects of like the coins swirling around and all the Bowser's Castle and the piranha plants going, and then seeing Yoshi's Adventure. We see employees in Yoshi's Adventure. So again, these are the first rides. These are the test trials of guests coming into the park.
And so I cannot remember the name of this, but the Monsters ride that everyone is so excited about. I
Mhm.
follow one of the designers on Instagram, and he's been reposting a lot of the employees' reactions as they come off this ride. And one that I was looking at last night, the person was saying that their life has been changed on this ride. So it sounds like that is something that people are just enjoying and are so excited about.
Yes, yes. As I'm sporting my Dark Universe lanyard here with my employee ID on, as you say that. So yeah, you can probably guess which one I'm most excited about.
Yes.
That ride has on top of a lot of lists for people. And same thing, Julie. I was reading a couple, tweets on X, and they were saying yes, it is going to change the dark ride game, the landscape. It is like nothing that they've ever seen before. It is, some people described it as if Forbidden Journey and Rise of Resistance had a baby, but just on a grander scale with monsters. So the hype is so high for that ride. And right now we're looking at Dark Universe and seeing the Curse the Werewolf aerials.
Okay.
So
Okay, so the roller coaster we're looking at, that's not the ride that everyone has been tweeting about and posting about. Is this part of the Monsters ride that people are saying is changing their life, or is that something different?
this is something different. This is Curse
Okay.
the Werewolf. This is the other attraction within Dark Universe, and this is a family coaster, but it is about, the werewolf, the
Oh,
Wolfman story. Yeah.
exciting. And a while
Mhm.
back when you joined us, we got to see all the animatronics of some of these monsters and these characters. And it was just incredible to see what they looked like. And in the video, though, you couldn't really tell the scope of the size. I imagine in person it's going to be really overwhelming.
Yes, especially Frankenstein. Frankenstein is said to be what, 8 feet tall, and I forget how many hundreds of pounds. But yeah, that one is going to be, I'm sure, like just speechless. First
Yes.
impression. Yeah.
So we're about 2 months out from opening. Between now and then, do we have any idea of maybe when you'll get to have some previews, maybe when there will be some media previews, or how that typically works? Have they given us any indication yet?
They have, well, a little bit. So right now they're doing team member previews. I've heard after that they're going to have team members with a family, and then after that, media. So we could be looking at April, because I had the same thing. I was trying to gauge when could we, but I think it could be even April, even before May. So we'll see. But yeah, just seeing this park just come alive, even like the certain little things. Like I was seeing aerial footage earlier of the fountains working in Celestial Park. So again, it's these little touch ups on everything that they are just coming together. So
Yeah, as we move through the next few months and we see these aerials in this video, I'm sure it's just all going to come together so quickly. We've been waiting for so long, it seems like, for
Yeah.
this, and now it's finally here almost.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and this is Ariel of How to Train Your Dragon. I Love Burke. There's a lot of character meet and greets in this area, so our team members are getting that interaction with the characters like Tough Nut and Rough Nut, the twin Vikings, and so, but yeah, and this is also an area too where either, we're going to have from the beginning they said there's going to be dragons in the air and dragons all around you, so that'll be something too to see is when will we see drone dragons. I mean, essentially it's a drone, but yeah, drone dragons flying.
Oh
So
my gosh. I just,
yeah.
these people, these team members have to be having the best day at work right now.
Oh
I
my
mean, just,
God.
just look at them. I'm a little jealous.
And the fact that they cannot, share anything or share too much of anything on their social media, I can't imagine how hard that is just to not snap a photo, a video and post it. And I could, not do it, but still, like there's some
Right.
people that cannot resist doing that. So
Yeah, I mean, but it is building excitement just to see their reactions without them being able to actually give anything away. Like, wow, these are people who this is their life. They live and work in this space and they are so
mhm.
excited about all of these experiences. So it just makes you that
Yes.
much more eager to go when we're able to.
Yeah, yeah. And right now we're looking at Stardust Racers over in Celestial Park, and then in the foreground in the right corner you see the the entry portal to Ministry of Magic, and that's the Elder Wand brandishing, or a hand brandishing the Elder Wand. And I'll be very interested as well to see what the flagship ride will be like, the first impressions of that world, which is Battle at the Ministry, which again, that is another dark ride. And we know how Harry Potter dark rides are already over in Universal Studios and Universal Hogsmeade. So we're going to see. That'll be interesting to feedback as well.
Yes, and it's a beautiful day for them all to be out there enjoying that. And Haley, I know you're always posting updates. Tell us where we can find all of your theme park updates.
Yeah, yeah. Anytime over at clickorlando.com/theme parks. And roughly every week, last week I was off, so I didn't put out a newsletter, but I am eyeing any sort of Epic Universe updates. So, but sign up for my newsletter at clickorlando.com/newsletters, and it's in the loop theme park scoop.
All right, Haley, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, when we get back, we are going to talk about our forecast. Again, as we mentioned, we have that potential to see some severe weather tomorrow, especially during the late morning and early afternoon hours. We'll break all of that down for you hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes. Stay with us. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Welcome back to Take 6. The time now is 12:40. I'm Julie Broughton. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us today. One thing we like to do on Tuesdays is we like to show you what is going well in our schools. So this week we go to Ocoee High School and we tell you about a partnership between Junior Achievement and local businesses, and that is allowing students to get a glimpse at what it would be like to be an entrepreneur.
11.3 coaching day today, and we have some fantastic Addition Financial folks with us today.
A quick look around this classroom and it is easy to see these teen entrepreneurs are ready to get to work.
We want to know, is your business profitable? Do you guys have a viable business idea?
This is part of Junior Achievement's 3DE program.
3DE is an amazing instructional model in our high schools where students are actually working with businesses that present them with a real-world problem. Our students work together in groups to create a recommendation in 9th and 10th grade. In 11th grade, they create a business where they work all year long to create a business plan, work on a product, work on pricing, and then they actually launch that business on what we call a Market Expo Day.
And that deadline is approaching quickly. Market Expo Day is less than 2 weeks away.
Okay, do you guys have a menu, something I can look at?
Coaches like Carissa Hanal from Addition Financial are helping students put those final touches on their plans.
Well, I think you can raise your prices a little bit more for how much you're giving.
All of the 11th grade 3DE students are working on their own businesses. They've been studying this marketing plan from Addition Financial to help get them into the heads of a real-world marketing team.
So they'll take that analytical tool that's called the strategic planning tool, and they can implement that with their own business, make those adjustments. They're learning from what Addition Financial did in order to help their business be successful.
So we went ahead and showed them the strategies we use in marketing so they can have an idea to help them with their businesses, just more expanding outside of just flyers and how they can post on social media, but also for bigger things that have bigger changes in their businesses.
Yeah.
Here's our video.
Colby Salvatore and his group created an Instagram account for their business, Stay Frosty.
I love that you guys did that because now that groups did this part.
The creators of Chocolate Nibbles finalized their menu and their specials before Market Expo Day.
Yeah.
And a few tables over,
And then this is the vision.
the Jark Thrift team used a survey to develop their plan.
The business plan is just help find a variety of clothing where people could express themselves through and make it affordable.
These students aren't just launching businesses, they're picking up real-world skills like financial literacy, teamwork, and innovation, all while having a little fun.
Come to Stay Frosty on Market Day.
Frosty. They had some very cool flavors, including sweet tea Frosties. So sounding pretty good. And by the way, their Expo Day is actually coming up, and that's when people who go, customers and parents and other students, will vote on the best businesses. So we are wishing all of them luck. Now, as we mentioned, we are looking at that potential for some rough weather tomorrow. Here's what we can expect. Let's go ahead and start you out with a view of the southeastern United States. This is the setup. So we have an area of low pressure sitting well to our north. That is dragging a cold front. That front will move through our area, and you can see we have the Storm Prediction Center convective outlook overlaid there, where we're seeing the potential for severe weather, and actually have been seeing severe weather, including tornadoes in parts of Louisiana today. Most of that energy should stay to our north. However, we are looking at a marginal risk of severe weather for all of our counties shaded in green. So that includes just about everyone with the exception of southern Osceola and southern Brevard counties, and even the northern fringe of Flagler County. You have a slight risk for severe weather tomorrow. So rain chances will be anywhere from around 70 to 90%. So all of us have a good shot at seeing at the very least some rain tomorrow. Here's a look at our biggest severe weather hazards. We're looking at frequent lightning. We could see winds gusting to around 55 miles per hour. We're also looking at the potential of some hail. Now, we have a lower threat of flooding and tornadoes, but we will have enough shear in the atmosphere that we could see a few isolated tornadoes. Here's how this looks as we're timing things out as that system approaches us throughout the day today. You've probably already noticed clouds are increasing. We could see a few isolated showers as moisture levels come up through the overnight hours tonight. I don't think we'll see any issues. I think your drive to work and school tomorrow should be okay. Now notice as we stop the clock for you at 11 o'clock, that's when we start to see some heavier activity where you see the yellows and the reds moving into Marion County and up into Flagler County. That's where we could see some heavy rain, some gusty gusty winds, some lightning, potentially some hail. We'll move you through for the next couple of hours. You can see that line transitioning to the south, now stretching by 1 o'clock from Volusia County back down through northern Lake County. Still some pockets of heavier activity in areas like the Villages and out over the Ocala National Forest. By 2 o'clock, that's when some of you will be picking your kids up from school. If you're in areas like southern Volusia County and northern Brevard County, that's where we could see some of the heaviest activity at this time. All of us, though, still could be seeing at least some light showers. And then by 4 o'clock, the main focus for some of the more intense activity still looks to be Brevard County back into Osceola County before we clear everything out, likely by around 6 to 7 o'clock. And then look at that, by 8 o'clock, we're talking about clear skies. But as that front drops to our south, we will see temperatures cooling down for our Thursday. We will also see winds picking up as well, but I think the end of our week and the beginning of our weekend for the most part should be pretty quiet. But again, we'll be looking at that potential of those stronger to severe storms tomorrow. Here's how we're doing right now. 76 in Orlando. It is 77 in Ocala. Melbourne, you're at 74 and you're at 73 in Palm Coast. Our winds right now are coming in pretty strong out of the southeast. These are sustained winds. Winds are at 21 miles per hour in Melbourne right now and 23 miles per hour in New Smyrna Beach, with higher gusts. Gusts along the coast are ranging from around 25 to 35 miles per hour. Even in Orlando right now, we are seeing wind gusts of 30 miles per hour. Again, that is bringing up all that warm, moist air to help fuel those showers and storms tomorrow. For today, we'll get a few degrees warmer than we are right now. We'll go to 79 in Orlando, 73 in Palm Coast, and 80 in Ocala. Overnight tonight, the clouds and the southerly winds will keep our temperatures generally in the mid, even upper 70s, so a really mild night for us. Next 7 days, showing 81 for our high tomorrow. Rain chances again, 70 to 90%, depending exactly where you are. We get that front out of here on Wednesday. Again, we're looking at that potential of strong to severe storms, so be weather aware. Our entire Pinpoint Weather team will be here for you throughout the day tomorrow, letting you know of any severe weather in your area. We cool things down behind that system by Thursday, and then our next front comes through at the end of the weekend. We will break all of this down for you in much greater detail starting on News 6 at 4. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today. I will see you on TV at 4.